What matters is that we have one round left to make the cut. 12 under going out in round one. Could have been a little bit better, but we're only like a few strokes off of it. So it is going to be very tight. It looks like the cut is going to converge somewhere around 23 under, 24 under. So if we can do what we did in round one again, that would be fantastic. Now, the caveat to that is we move back a tee box. Winds stay high. They're out of the south. But then we have very firm fairways, firm greens, and very fast greens. So it's as hard as it gets in terms of green speed. And now we just got to go out there, try and hit our shots, make some putts, and try and make our way into not only the weekend, but the final tournament of the season. So we'll start with the drive right off to the left. Let the wind ride back on over and give ourselves probably some sort of pitch. I don't think we're into flop territory. Maybe lob wedge pitch. Yeah, because like you could take a pitching wedge flop, but with these green speeds, I am going to want to shape things to sit down. Now, wind is actually turning back in our face a little bit here. Gonna bounce, but it should have bite. Perfect. Absolutely what we need that shot to be. Get a birdie under our wings here to start, and now this is a nasty par 3. Just given the distance, and like if you try and bounce it, it's very firm. It's gonna roll a ton right to left. This is not gonna be a fun time. Oh, I don't know what you do. That's 225, 234. This is long. The 4-iron is already long. And then I guess you put a good amount of backspin on it. What is that? Why does the input feel like that? Oh my goodness. You get this weird feeling like on the pullback there that I should have reset myself. I don't know how to explain it. Like, sometimes you just get this feeling on the actual analog stick that just feels wrong. Like, feels like looser almost. One bite. Okay, we'll take it. We'll take it. This, to me, just where this hole was and everything, felt like a par hole to begin with. But especially missing the input as such. Like, making a par is even bigger there. Now we get a par 5. That's not a good feeling, though, to have in the back of your mind. It's very firm fairways. So the concern here being if we send it, I have to trust. I'm putting the shape on it. The goal is to find the right side of the fairway with enough loft and backspin on it that there's no way for it to get all the way left across the fairway, while also maintaining a large amount of distance to try and do something with this approach shot. But naturally, it's all downhill. So, yeah, we'll see how this goes. 225, 224, 222. But you've got wind, and so that's where I believe this is already still Okay, so the question is ultimately about where this is. Very fast greens and trying to stop it. Try to think, like, if you could land it somewhere over there, could you keep it up top and just have a longer downhill putt? Like, obviously you could end up down here and have to chip it back up the hill. We're gonna try something. Yeah, we're gonna try something. I'm gonna aim a little bit more out to the right and actually try and get it on the green. It's gonna land on the downslope. So it's probably still off, right? Or still down? That's so close. We actually hold the green somehow. But that's like so close to having enough stopping power to land on the top shelf. But now we have, surprise, surprise, an eagle look. We've got left to right break early, little bit right to left later. Now, what is this gonna do? Because you're gonna hit it pretty firm. It's gonna stay to the right. Oh man, that was such a good attempt at it. We'll take the birdie. Just turned a little bit more right to left. You have to hit this right on top of the hump. If you hit it too far right, you're off to the right. And if you hit it too far left, you're off to the left. Hit it in the middle here, and I think you just roll down. That's the really tough thing. Once you put very firms onto these fairways. Man, okay, these are some nasty holes. Cause this is into the upper 190s. You know, call it 9. This is gonna be so close. If it has too much steam, it's out the back. If it doesn't have enough, it's rolling back down. I hit it a little bit too fast. That's not great. All right, well, out the back it is. Actually onto a flatter section. So we're gonna be uphill. Yeah, what's going on, Chrome? Thank you for the luck. Ah, man. All right, apparently not enough respect for the very fast. Because I definitely anticipated some check out of that. But I suppose it's that bit downhill that does it in. Come on, let's go get it back. Big kick and bite. Okay, yeah. That makes up for it, but every stroke is needed, so losing one, no bueno. No bueno. Alright, we got 12 at the back. That's gonna take us up to pin high. These fasts, man. Oh my goodness, where are these swings coming from? It's gonna miss just to the left because that's my luck. No, don't celebrate that. Okay, come on. This is about the mental. Can we, under the pressure of it, reset ourselves and find tempos? Something's got to give with the routine a little bit there on that. On that last shot. Okay. 211. 203. If we're landing short of here, it's very firm. I just think trying to stop the 3 hybrid feels not great. Right? I don't think I'm crazy in saying that. The hope is for the 4-iron to bounce and release like just onto the green. We leave it a little bit short, but this is definitely more chip-inable. Except this time it doesn't roll out enough. I am disappointed. Last time we roll out a ton, this time it completely checks up. And like, of course, I'm gonna shape it as such because I don't want to end up in that position again. This is gonna carry into the 330s. You overpower it. I guess the question becomes, like, if you did get onto the green, what would you gain from it? And I don't think the answer is anything. So I'm going to take this 3-wood. Should be plenty out to the right to not end up in that rough in the middle, but far enough down that we still get some sort of pitch to the back of the green. Let's roll her up there. That's a little fast. It's gonna have too much roll. Just the temp, it's so tough. I don't know what it is versus last week, but the tempo just hasn't been as easy coming, and the difference in feeling between perfect tempo and the misses, it hasn't been like strong enough. Like, I felt like that tempo was pretty good. That's a big putt, though. That's a really big putt. All right. I know this is going to hit a bigger slope over on this right-hand side, but with enough shape, we should be in a pretty good way to stay on the fairway. All right, that's a fairly tucked hole. There we go. It's the input. We're a little bit more left than I was planning on being. And that wind, even with the 101, that wind did not take us as far. I hit 101 and it came up. So it said 100% lie, but I don't know that that's factual, or maybe we're just on the verge too much. That's a shame, though. That's a shame, because we hit our input and I felt like that was gonna be good, but we were short and left. It's low. Oh, we're short on... I think we're short, and that's just because of the slope of the green. I know if I go up a club, I guess, like, I'm maybe safer. I guess I don't know. I'm trying to stop that, but I clearly need to have done a little bit more. This is right at that exact same yardage, though, so we're not going to get bit twice. I think this is where you have to go up a club, fully spin it, and then also play some loft. Maybe fast. Has the bite. I mean, I didn't put enough brakes on, or enough loft on it, but you also don't want to put so much loft on it that you end up short-siding yourself. Like, this is still probably where you would want to be missing. to be that much off the pace, like to hit it that firm and still have it break that low, like there's nothing that I'm gonna be able to do about that. I'm reading that as high to perfect the whole way. Not seeing it snap that hard in the middle. All right, 286. I mean, we've got to send it, right? We've got to send it. Driver off the deck is definitely right out into that area. 280 and a little bit short, but it's going to take pretty big bounce and stuff. So we'll take just a little bit off. It's a few yards. Is this going to kick too far to the right? I did take a few yards off of it. Is it going to get too far right, though, that it doesn't funnel? My luck, yes. Yeah. Nice. So again, we're kind of just left in this really difficult sideways breaking putt sort of situation. Unfortunately, I just think we're in a spot where we have to be making the eagle. That bogey stink, like, I don't know. There's so many things that you can point to, but we just haven't had it. Now, I guess it is only the 12th hole. I guess I felt like we're a little bit further into this round, so, like, we're not dead, but we're running on fumes here. We're running on fumes here, just like one of those days where too much goes not the way it needs to. But I will say that the past couple of weeks, you know, if it's like, oh, well, what happened between like a couple weeks ago, you know, the last 2 weeks and this week. Well, first off, we haven't had the same tempo, but the other thing is you change the green speeds. You know, we haven't had very fast greens. For me, very fast greens are the hardest greens to play. We haven't had them. Yeah, it becomes that much more difficult to make your putts drop. These baby fasts. Certainly not helping. All right, little break, a little bit more. What up, TFR? Okay, 3 in a row. We still have a par 5. Like, there's definitely a chance. There's definitely a chance. We're gonna keep clawing. We're gonna keep clawing. Fight till our very last. I guess I don't want the moaning, you know, the being disappointed in myself to get in the way of, like, we are still trying to get after this. The under hit. We'll see if I get lucky. Looks like I will, because this was long the whole way otherwise. Come on, let's make a putt. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Big drive here. Big drive here. Steady the breath. Get the tee shot out there. And now we've got under 200 yards in. Now this is an incredibly difficult place to have to try and land it. This false front rides right up to about this 190 mark, 191. 12-mile-an-hour crosswind. This green, yeah, the huge false front. Absolutely huge false front on it. Oh, come on! That's that same tempo from earlier. Where does that come from? Man, it stings. It stings so much. What? What am I missing? What just happened there? That's a huge chip, by the way. What in the world was that? How does that come up that short? The lie wasn't anything crazy. Whatever. We made birdie. We're not going to think about it anymore. I hate that we botched a par 5 so badly, but it's okay. It's okay. Come on, that's the line. Oh, it rolled through? There's a ridge. There's a ridge. Did we really get, like, just right enough of it that it rolls straight through instead of turning left down towards the hole? What a scam. Absolutely skamazed by the green. I'm like, okay, cool, we're out to the right. We're gonna feed it to the hole. Nope. Not today. That's been this week. That's been this week. The difference between last week and this week, outside of like some tempo stuff, is just burning edges. When you lip them like that, you know, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do when you lip it like that? Several times over. $10-mile-an-hour headwind, uphill, 212, 208. I slowed it. It's gonna find green, I think. Oh, maybe not. Nope, of course. Little break, a little bit more break. Some very little breaks in here, but it just... those little breaks are actually a lot of break. Excuse me? It's the right line. Why did the putt pace be so much? My God. Nothing like having the read and watching it do that. Alright, well. 186's got me. GG's. GG's 186's. I couldn't hang, apparently. I didn't play well enough this week, though. I did not play well enough this week. There's no other way about it. I know, Chitty. Big sad. Big sad. Unfortunately, this is where our season comes to an end. Back-to-back top fives, and then... you know, just one of those weeks where the tempo just doesn't quite feel right, and, you know, missing way too many... yeah, I mean, I can't... clearly can't hit tempos to save my life. And now making this putt doesn't matter because we don't make the cut. All right, well, that is unfortunately a very disappointing end to the season. I guess we're just gonna play some college football now and relegate ourselves to impossible challenges for the rest of eternity after that shameful performance. So